Hello, my name is Kyle Tomasits, and for my MBA Capstone project, I chose to analyze the company I currently work for, which is Xylem Inc. To begin, I wanted to give a brief overview of Xylem and the type of work that they do. Xylem does business in both the water solutions and clean technology sectors. Additionally, a few of Xylem's key competitors can be seen as Pentair, Donahair, Teledyne Technologies, and Sulzer. The company's current size is around 23,000 employees and has a domestic headquarters located in Washington, D.C. As Xylem has stated, their slogan and mission is "Let's Solve Water," which entails all of the services and solutions that the company provides to their customers and the communities that they serve. First, I wanted to take a look into Xylem's financials and some of their recent performances. To begin, we'll take a look at a deeper dive into Xylem's 2023 year-end financials, as well as their most recent Q2 reported financials. At the end of 2023, Xylem was seen to improve upon many of its already company records and highs. This can be seen through their year-over-year improvement in critical categories such as total revenue, gross profit, and EBITDA. All of these categories indicate strong financial reporting and growth for the company. Additionally, looking at Xylem's most recent quarterly reportings that came out on June 30th, 2024, Xylem is well on pace to succeed their recent highs from the year prior and are well on their way to reach their 2024 commitments. Next, I wanted to take a look at the financial growth itself and a couple visualizations I put together. I wanted to identify a few trends with what comes with Xylem's financial growth. First, taking a look at Xylem's stock price, you can see that it has fluctuated in the recent years since COVID. However, it is overall trending positively for the past 2 years. Additionally, the current stock price stands around $130, so about 10% higher than it was at the beginning of this year. Next, looking at Xylem's total revenue, you'll see that in recent years, dating back to 2020, the revenue was relatively flat. It wasn't until 2022 to 2023 that the revenue started to grow significantly. A couple of reasons may lead to this, and I will touch on those later. Additionally, taking a look at Xylem's earnings per share, you will see that around the years of 2020 to 2022, it fluctuated, going up and down. But in recent years, it has almost grown by over $1. Again, that significant spike can be tied similarly to the revenue and how the stock price is currently performing. And in addition to assets, you'll see that from the year of 2020 to 2022, Xylem actually had decreasing assets. And then in the year 2023, it over doubled to a new high for the company. And this could be tied to its acquisition of Evoqua Water Technologies, which I will get into later. First, I wanted to take a look at the SWOT analysis for the company. The company has many strengths and weaknesses. To begin, through these strengths, which are listed below, such as their broad brand portfolio, their operational capacity, and their ability to continue to grow as a market leader, these strengths have been able to help Xylem gain a great deal of the water industry's market share and continue to expand upon their already broad product portfolio. One of Xylem's key strategic goals is to provide their customers with an entire life cycle of products within the water industry. Additionally, if you take a look at Xylem's weaknesses that I've identified, those being a broad increase in debt and a highly competitive market. Although Xylem possesses many strengths, they do not go without having possible weakness in certain areas. As you'll see that they've taken on a great deal of debt in recent years, and this can be tied back to what I had mentioned on the last slide with their acquisition of Evoqua Water Technologies. This has led to a great increase in debt and may reflect negatively on their financials. However, in the long term, it should reflect as a positive as the company gets integrated and the synergies are able to produce. A few of the opportunities that I've identified are product expansion, the positive market outlook globally, and their ability to partner with other companies and brand themselves strategically. Their product expansion can also be tied to their acquisition processes and, again, be tied back into one of their strengths as they look to grow their brand portfolio. In terms of threats, I've identified three: economic risk, foreign exchange, and intense competition. All three of these can be tied to their ability to do business on a global scale. This can be a very good positive as they are a broad company that serves many different customers. However, it also opens them up to a lot of global risk. This can be in terms of geopolitics, foreign exchange risk, and just general unknowns in the market. Next, taking a look at the company's business growth. Xylem possesses a couple competitive advantages, such as their differentiation approach, their ability to enhance their product technology, and their acquisition of outside brands. Xylem's approach to this has been considered that of a differentiation approach. This allows the company to expand their product portfolio and enhance their brand recognition. They're also highly competitive and are able to possess several competitive advantages, such as highly customized pricing, sustainable resources and sustainable practices, as well as growing brand loyalty. Additionally, their business growth has come in a couple different ways, such as brand partnerships, strategic acquisitions, and a customer-centric approach. And finally, their diversification can be seen as a related diversification as they look to enhance their product portfolio and create water industry synergies. All four of these categories can be tied back to their ability to better serve their customers and provide a broad product portfolio. In terms of their organization and structure and strategy, the company is broken into three main segments, such as the Water Solutions segment, Applied Water System segment, Measurements and Control segment. All three of these segments play a crucial impact and is tightly looked over by the senior leadership team. Additionally, Xylem places a great deal of focus on their sustainability efforts and their outreach. This can be seen through their water stewardship program, sustainability efforts, and their key social responsibility program of Watermark. Just as a quick summary of how Watermark impacts the company and the communities they serve. In the year 2023, around 3.8 million beneficiaries were provided safe water and sanitation. Additionally, 3.3 million people were educated on water. 184,000 employees utilized their time for volunteer hours. And then around 89% of the company was able to offer themselves for volunteer hours through the company's program. Additionally, Xylem was able to serve over 30 communities on multiple water disaster responses. Overall, this all is encompassed within our Watermark program, which is focused on global outreach and trying to grow the brand and improve the communities that we serve. Next, taking a look into their acquisition history, Xylem, as they look to grow their brand portfolio, really focuses on strategic partnerships as well as acquisitions and mergers. The most recent acquisition is that of Evoca Water Technologies, which was a Pittsburgh-based company back in 2023. This acquisition was transacted with a $7.5 billion all-star stock purchase. Part of their ability to acquire a company comes with their ability to integrate the employees, the data, and the culture. We'll touch on this a little bit later as I've addressed some of this as an issue moving forward for Xylem. And their overall reasoning for acquiring companies is that of completing the full water lifecycle portfolio, enhance their sustainability efforts, and better serve customers through the newly found synergies through these acquisitions. Now, in terms of strategic issues, I was able to identify two throughout my analyzation. The first being their acquisition process. As I previously noted, they've in recent years have committed about 16 new acquisitions, which with that, acquiring companies of over 5,000 employees isn't always simple, and it comes with a multitude of issues such as merging brands, data migration, and employee integration, such as integrating the employees into the Xylem culture. Additionally, I identified another issue as their data migration. This is essential that they are able to eventually report from one system and provide concise, accessible reporting. Currently, they operate off of multiple ERP systems. The data is slightly messy, and many of their systems are old and aging. This is important that Xylem gets this fixed and updated quickly so that they are able to operate at their best capabilities. My recommendations for this in terms of the acquisition integration would be to find a solution that provides a more forward-looking approach when they're going through the acquisition process. This can be seen as preparing or collaborating between the two business and building an ad hoc management team. This ad hoc management team would reach out to the company that's being acquired and try to align as much as they can prior to an actual go live date of merging all their culture and employees and data. The recommendation I mainly want to focus on is that of the data migration. My solution would be to limit their ERP instances down to 1 to 3 that all the acquired companies can operate off of. This would help provide great time efficiencies, improve data quality, and also improve savings down the line, although it might come with a large upfront investment. So to further go into the data consolidation recommendation, my approach would be a suggested phase timeline that focused on business segments first. So as I previously mentioned, there were 3 business segments within Xylem. I believe it is important that they focus on one and master that one prior to going throughout the whole company. I also think it's appropriate to put a realistic timeline out there, 4 to 5 years, to get all of this data onto 1 or 2 systems. Being that they are comprised of many different brands and ERP systems currently, it's important that they take this slowly and do it effectively so that there aren't any more issues down the line. Additionally, I feel that their approach should take the 60-30-10 principle to drive the process standardization, and that there should be an oversight team developed to overlook the entire project. This would be comprised of senior leaders, sales, finance, IT, and other related business segments. The process would look something as follows. It would be important that the company identifies key stakeholders, get their opinion, that they then identify the instances that are currently out there and set their target goal of 1 to 3 instances. Next, they would focus on migrating the data, cleaning the data, and then configuring the systems. This would be the most time-consuming part here, and that's why I put the time frame of an estimated 4 to 5 years. Next, it's important to get the users to actually buy into the new product through the user acceptance testing. This would make sure that the new product isn't buggy and that it goes smoothly during its launch. Additionally, one of the final steps would be providing efficient training to the customers and the users, and then the go live. In addition to the go live, I do believe it'll be important that Xylem develops a team that provides post-launch support and intakes the user's feedback in an effort to better the product itself. A few of the drawbacks from this process may be that it's very costly. It can cost up to over millions of dollars throughout this 4 to 5 years, bringing in consultants and just the overall time spent of the current employees to make this happen. Additionally, it's time consuming. It'll be a multi-year project, and that there are inevitably going to be data complications along the way. However, with that being said, I do feel that the impact justifies this project being undertaken. The project being completed will provide automated processes and reporting, enhance user experience, customer satisfaction by providing quicker and more accurate responses, visibility into customer trends, allowing the business to better forecast, additional business insights, and also cost-effective growth. Although this is a large upfront cost for the company, I believe that within several years of completing the project, that it will have paid for itself through their new efficiencies. Overall, I feel that Xylem should really focus on this data consolidation process, as it'll be a net benefit to both the customers, the business, the stakeholders, and the employees themselves. Here are my references, and thank you for watching my presentation.